in the garden today. I just went to our nursery. We have some great nurseries here in Redding. And today is kind of a nice overcast day. And to me, going to the nursery is like going to a Christmas party. It's just so fun. I met a couple gals out there this morning and they were just like me. They're like, we just like to come out here for like a field trip. So usually when I go to the garden, I usually spend a lot more than what I came for, and I did that today. And I've got this new bed. I think I've shown it to you on another YouTube, and I have another one right next to it. And I thought, I need to plant some stuff in my bed, so I thought I would try to do some tomatoes and peppers in this bed today. It's funny because I already have 13 tomato plants in another bed with a whole bunch of peppers. But I wanted to kind of experiment with this bed because it doesn't quite get as much full sun as the other bed does. And we have very hot summers here. And so I just want to kind of experiment with it. And one thing, I gave a couple tomato plants to my son, and he put them in a pot on his patio. And they are almost 6 foot tall. And he just planted them, fertilized them, and the thing is they don't get a whole lot of sun. They don't get the full afternoon sun, and there's tomatoes on them. I thought, I'm just going to try this and see how it works. So I'm just right now going to prepare the soil. Tomatoes like sandy soil, and so what I've done is I put some sand and I'm just going to mix it in. And I also put some of my compost from my compost pile, which is absolutely gorgeous soil. So I'm just kind of mixing it into the soil. Now this is a brand new bed, so the soil in here already is pretty awesome. But I'm just going to do it and there we go. Mix that all in. And they're really good. All right. So kind of even that out. Now, about tomato plants. Tomato plants are pretty incredible. Sorry, the mosquitoes are out here today. It's so humid. And I want to show you about tomato plants. They're really kind of cool. So I've got this one tomato plant. And if you'll notice on a tomato plant, if you look on the stem, there's little tiny hairs. Those actually can become roots if you bury it deep enough. And so I'm going to be burying it deep enough today. But first I have to take off some of the branches. Now, right here, I don't know if you can see that or not, but right here where the main stem, and you have another branch out here, you have a little guy growing out there, and you don't want that on there. You want to just clip that off, just like that. There's another one. There's another one. Now I'm gonna take this branch off here, and this branch off here, because let me get my knife, my trusty garden knife, because I'm gonna plant it that deep, and I'm gonna take this one off too as well, and then I'm gonna take this one off, and I'm gonna take this one off. Now there's a little tiny shoot right there. I'm going to pop that off too. Now you can plant this 2 different ways. You can plant it really deep. I'm going to plant it right up to there. Or you can dig a trench and plant it sideways and curve that up into the soil. Today I'm just going to plant it deep. So you've got roots. It's a little bit overdone, but we're going to do it anyway. So I'm just going to dig a hole here deep enough to put this all the way down in. And putting it way down in deep, and then these are going to turn into root system, those little hairs, and then you're going to have a much healthier and more productive plant when you do that. So let's see if that's far enough down. Yep, that's far enough down. Now I'm going to add a teeny bit of Epsom salt. I think I'll do it when at the top, because what you want to do, you put that Epsom salt on and then you hose it down really good. And that's going to really boost your tomato plant. and allow the nutrients, allow your plant to use the nutrients in the soil better. So there you go, there's that. I'm gonna stick my little, this is a San Marzano. I've never grown that one before. In fact, I haven't grown a lot of tomatoes. This is my first year really, because of the size of this garden, that I'm gonna be doing crazy tomato planting. It's funny because my husband doesn't like tomatoes, but I have a lot of friends that do, so we're just gonna do it. So there you go, there's the first one. I'm gonna put the other one right here, and then I'm gonna do some pepper plants too along the side. I've got a couple of pepper plants. This one is a Barracuda. This one's a more mild one. This one's actually for me, not Bill. And I like to put goat cheese in this and bake it, and it's just lovely. It's such a good flavor to it. So I'm gonna put that one there. And then this is the Cayenne Long Thin. This was Bill's, and he likes it really hot, surprisingly hot. So these have brand new blossoms on them. And the thing is, both with tomatoes and peppers, you want to snip off the first blossoms, because it's so hard to do, but that's going to really help your plant produce more. So I'm just going to clip off a couple of these. I've already got a little pepper growing. Yeah, and this one's got some very new ones, so I'm going to clip those off too as well. And this is going to really help your plant do better. Okay, so I'm going to put that one there, and those are complementary vegetables with a tomato plant. And I'm going to also plant some marigolds, because the insects don't like marigolds, they don't like the smell, but they're very complementary to the tomato plant as well. So once I do that, I think I'm going to also plant some parsley and cilantro over here, because typically cilantro doesn't do good in the heat. So I'm going to see if maybe I can have some cilantro and it doesn't go to seed on me so fast. So we'll see. So this is kind of like my experimental bed to see how it goes. So I hope you enjoy. Happy gardening.